And Karl, I just wanted to ask you there, as far as getting a service performed on a watch, I've heard somewhere on some internet forums where they've said, look, don't worry about getting it serviced, just wait until the watch stops or it starts losing a lot of time or gaining a lot of time before you service it. Is that good advice or is that bad?
Generally, I'd have to say it's bad advice. With a mechanical watch especially, quartz watches are different. You only need to service them when something majorly goes wrong, keeping in mind you need to change the seals regularly. With a mechanical watch, you've got friction in the watch, and you've got lubrication stopping that friction from causing wear. If you don't do that on a regular basis, and we recommend as watchmakers, we recommend watches be serviced around every 5 years or so, 3 to 5 years depending on what your liking is. If you don't do that regularly and you wait till the watch completely stops, you're going to find you're going to need a lot more parts replaced because the lubrication will have worn out or disappeared, dried up altogether, and then it causes wear patterns quite badly. So it's always best to have your watch serviced regularly before anything majorly goes wrong.
Now, does that advice make much difference if the watch is just a simple automatic, like say a Rolex Datejust, compared to say like an Omega Speedmaster? Do you have to service a complicated watch more, or is it the same as a standard automatic watch?
The good thing is, no matter how complicated your watch is, you service them all at round about the same intervals. So like again, round about every 5 years. Because all the parts are lubricated in very similar ways and use very similar, extremely small amounts of lubrication, that lubrication will dry out over that time. And if you leave it too much longer than that, that's when you get those wear patterns I've mentioned before.
Now, Karl, if someone's got a Rolex Submariner or a Omega Seamaster, like a diving watch, how often should they get that checked to see whether it's still waterproof? Or is that not an issue? If you've got a Submariner, is it always going to be waterproof?
Yeah, a lot of people think that when they buy a waterproof watch, it's going to stay waterproof. Unfortunately, that's not the case. The only thing that keeps a watch waterproof is the style of the case, the materials of the case, but most importantly the gaskets. If you picture a case without a glass in, basically you've got a hole in the case. Without the crown, which is the winder at the side, without that being there, you've got a hole in the case. So in between those components and the outer case, you've got seals. You've got seals on the back for the bezels, for the glasses, for the pushers, for the crowns. Some watches have a few seals, others have many. You need to make sure that they're checked at least every 12 months to guarantee water resistance.
I see. So if you've got a Submariner, even though it says Submariner waterproof to 200 meters or 300 meters, you're saying that you should get it checked every year?
That's correct. Yep. Regardless of what the depth is on the case, water resistance standards start at 30 meters, which is splash resistant, 50 meters, which is okay for swimming but not for surf conditions, 100 meters, which is okay for surf conditions and some water sports, and then 200 meters plus is okay for scuba diving and deep sea diving, depending on the depth of the watch.
Now, Karl, as far as waterproof watches go, is it a stupid idea to wear your watch in the shower?
Yes, there's no watchmakers I know that recommend watches be worn in the shower. For a couple of points, the steam, depending on the water temperature, steam can actually get past seals even if they're in brand new condition. Also, the soaps used in the showers and the like can dry out those seals. So it's best to always take your watch off when you're having a shower.
Okay, thanks very much there, Karl.